Hi there, Rita. It's your mom here. I'm messaging you because I have something really important that I need to talk to you about.
Oh, Mom, hi. It's been a while since we last spoke. How are you doing? Has something changed recently you wanted to talk about? I was actually thinking about coming home for a visit next week, if that's all right with you. Maybe we can talk about what you want to say then.
Well, I knew that you were wanting to come here, and I was thinking of waiting until then to talk, but I don't think this can wait any longer. I thought it would be better to say this sooner rather than later. It will just make things a lot easier on everyone if I did.
Huh? Okay, now I feel more confused. What are you talking about, Mom? Has something happened? Are you okay?
Okay, now I'm not sure if you know about this, but your sister Annie is getting married. I was wondering if she got in contact with you before I messaged you.
Wait, what? Annie's actually getting married? No, I didn't know any of this was happening. She's not been in contact with me for a while now.
Huh? Oh, she hasn't called you or messaged you at all? That's so odd. You're her sister. I thought you'd be the first to know. Annie did tell me that she'd be inviting the family, including the little relatives we have, and you, Rita. I swear that's what she said.
Huh? Is that so? But I don't get why she would want to invite me when her and I haven't spoken to each other in the last 3 years. It doesn't make a lot of sense. She wanted to keep me more at arm's length from her. And it was her that wanted to isolate herself from me. That's probably why she didn't contact me about this, Mom.
From the sounds of it, it seems like her partner has a lot more relatives than her. I also don't think many of her friends are going, and we're such a small family, too, so...
Well, she hasn't got the nicest of personalities, Mom, so I'm not surprised there won't be as many people for her side.
I understand, but it's her day, and it's about your sister, so please don't say anything bad to her, Rita. We can't make the situation worse. She also just works from home, so I really don't think she has that many coworkers or friends. She's trying to match the wedding venue to her partner's wishes. It seems like it turned out to be a pretty big venue so that his side can see him get married to Annie. She said that if we don't gather together our relatives, things will look disgraceful.
To be honest, I'm not surprised she's trying to round us up like a farm animal. She wants to make herself look like a lot of people like her and that she has a big circle of people. Not even remotely true. She just pushes people away. It's so typical of Annie to do this, Mom.
I guess we'll see if she's trying to change her tune about her family and her life. Maybe she might get in touch with you soon, Rita. Just be kind to her, okay?
Mom, it's not that great to tell me that, okay? You're not trying to spoil her, are you? After the way she shunned me out of her life?
I'm not spoiling her, Rita, but she's also my daughter, and I just want things to go right for her as well as you. But you know, with being close to the end of my life, I just want things to be fixed. I just want my daughters to get along again and be sisters. I want my daughters to at least be able to stand in the same room as one another.
Huh? What's brought this on, Mom? Why are you talking like this is the end of your life? What are you talking about? Mom, what's going on here?
Hey, did you get my invitation to my wedding, Rita? Of course, I know you're going to come because you're my older sister.
Wow, Annie, even though it's been a while since we last talked to each other, you're still being as rude as ever. Why do you always think you're better than anyone else? You're talking to me and assume that I'm going to turn around and say yes to going to your wedding. What makes you think that I would?
Isn't it obvious, Rita? Because when big events like this happen in a family, everyone gets together and actually celebrates. You're still my sister, no matter how long it's been since we talked. You've surely decided to come, right?
I really don't understand you, Annie. You never even directly notified me of your marriage. I had to hear it from someone else rather than hearing it from you. Honestly, I'm surprised that people with your attitude just assume that going to a wedding is a given.
What the heck, Rita? So you're planning to not come at all? You know, if you don't come to my wedding, I'm just going to collect a nuisance fee from you since you're wasting my time.
A nuisance fee? What on earth are you on about? You're so insane that it just blows my mind sometimes. You can't even do that to someone.
You do know that it's impossible for you not to come to my wedding, Rita. You're my sister, so you've got to be there. You're definitely coming, okay?
To be honest with you, Annie, after what happened the last time I saw you, I don't ever want to see you again. You're so horrible to me for no good reason. It's true that I don't want to see your face ever again, but this time I'm going, it's only because of Mom, not you. So you don't need to worry about suing me or anything like that. I'm planning on going to your wedding for now.
You're coming because of our mother? What kind of stupid reason is that, Rita? You should come so that you can see your adorable little sister walk down the aisle.
My adorable little sister. You've got to be kidding me, Annie. Did you forget that you canceled your own father's funeral? Moreover, you stole some of the gifts and then you just disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm honestly surprised that our mom even forgave you for all of that. I guess she just wants her daughter close to her. I've not forgotten what you did, though, Annie. I won't let the same thing happen again.
Wow, you hold grudges, don't you? I've already forgotten about all of that. It happened so long ago, Rita. Get over it. I'm so excited about getting married, so there's no need for you to bring me down. Jeez, this feels like the climax of my life or something.
Wow, you're still so selfish. When are you going to learn to grow up and think about how other people feel about what you say to them? You're not even home at all lately, have you? Have you even met up with Mom at all?
We haven't met up, no, but we've been keeping in touch a little bit. I don't know any of our relatives' contact information, so I needed to talk to her.
Would you quit using our mom for your own purposes, Annie? Do you ever even listen carefully to what our mother says? I really want you to go and see her before anything happens, okay? I'm pretty sure she's at the hospital right now.
Ew, she's in the hospital? Ugh, no way am I going to a germ-filled place like that to meet up with her. I can wait to see her when she's not there.
What on earth are you talking about, Annie? Why won't you go and see her? She's your mother. She's done so much for you.
I told her that I was getting married and I'm busy with all of those plans. Why do I have to go to a place like that to go and see her? She should be letting me be happy before and after my celebration, and so should you. Stop depressing me so much.
Wait, so you're not even remotely worried about our mother, are you? Have you even asked her about her health recently?
She's been going to the hospital pretty regularly. She's been going there for quite some time now. Come on, they know what they're doing. There's nothing I can do if I go there and see her. I'm no doctor or anything like that. I'm too busy planning my wedding here.
Wow, you've just gotten worse as you've gotten older. You really are so selfish and think of no one but yourself. How did you end up like this? Stop messing around and just come with me to the hospital so we can see our mother together, okay?
What the heck are you talking about, Rita? Weren't you listening to me before? There's no way I'm going there. I especially don't want to go there with you. I don't really want to be in the same space as you right now. You're just going to say all of these annoying things to me, right?
That's not what I'm going to do, Annie. Doesn't Mom tell you to listen to her when she's got something important to tell you?
I've got no idea what you're talking about right now. I am way too busy to be solving all these riddles you're throwing at me. If you've got something to do, just message me about it. There's no need for me to be involved right now. Also, remember to wrap my gift up well, okay? You're a relative of mine after all, so you need to get me something good, and it needs to be expensive. I forgive you if you don't do that for me.
Stop talking, making everything all about you, Annie. This is getting ridiculous. You need to listen to me right now. Do you have any idea how our mother is feeling right now? Do you even care about her well-being, Annie? Are you even going to listen to me? Annie, come on, stop ignoring me this instant. You need to answer your phone immediately. You really need to get to the hospital right now.
Huh? Rita, what do you want now? Why do I need to come to the hospital for? I am in the middle of getting my hair done right now, so I can't.
Mom is taking a turn for the worse. I don't know what's going on with her, so this is more important. I don't care about your hair. You need to get here right now and fast.
Hey, look, my hair and me looking good for my wedding day is more of a priority right now. I just can't drop everything and get over there. I'm getting my nails done after this, so could we do this the day after tomorrow? I'm really busy getting ready for my wedding, so please understand that.
I can't believe you right now. This is unbelievable what you're saying to me, Annie. You're saying it's too hard to get here? How can you not understand what's happening? Annie, if you don't get to the hospital right now, you're going to regret your decision not coming for the rest of your life.
Well, I'm all right with that. I'm not interested in seeing Mom right now. I'm too busy with these wedding plans, all right? I'll see you at the wedding.
Wow, you really are just a horrible person, Annie. You literally just a piece of trash who needs to be thrown in the garbage. You really are. Had enough of convincing you to get here. It really is on you for ignoring what I say. But then all you think about is yourself, right? I was gonna give up on this now, but feel free to regret your decision later as much as you like. I bet you will eventually.
This is just ridiculous. Why are you messing with me like this? I don't have the time or that much effort to text you to try and figure out where you are. Why are you not even here yet? This is disgusting behavior that I shouldn't have to put up with from my older sister. Also, none of our relatives arrived yet either. Neither has our mother. What on earth is going on? As my sister, you should be here way earlier, no?
Annie? Are you kidding me with this crap right now? What on earth are you doing right now? Don't you have any idea what's happening?
You didn't just suddenly cancel on me because you got irritated over the conversation we had the other day, are you? That's a bit immature. You know that today's my wedding day and you're all supposed to be here, especially you and Mom.
There's no way that I can go to the wedding today, alright? Not on a day like this. I can't just show up to your wedding with what's happening today.
How could you just go and bail on my own wedding without even giving me an explanation? I don't care. You need to get to the venue right away. Are you crazy or something? How can you not be here already? You're driving me up the wall. I need everyone here, and that's an order.
You're the one who's breaking out into a fit of rage, Annie. You're the one who's been acting crazy in the first place. You're so full of yourself, Annie. Because of your crappy behavior and being so selfish, I just physically can't be there for you on your wedding day. You didn't contact me for 3 years. Do you really think it makes sense to send someone an invitation to their wedding even though you haven't been face to face for such a long time?
But what you're doing is worse. There should be no such thing as a last-minute cancellation. You can't do that when I invited you. What about our relatives, huh? Where are they? I invited them as well, and they chose not to come. What the heck? You did something, didn't you? Were you all planning to bail on my wedding behind my back or something? Even though you're the older sister, it's horrible that you would persuade people not to come to my wedding. You need to gather up all our relatives and get to the venue this instant. I've got no time for this crap, Rita.
I'm not going to do that, Annie, because there's a funeral happening right now, and I'm not going to leave it for you. This is far too important.
Hold on a minute. What did you just say to me? You're actually at a funeral right now?
Yes, and so are the rest of our relatives. They're also with me at the funeral right now. All of them wanted to be here so that we could give Mom a good send-off.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that, please? I must be reading this all wrong or something. Can you give me a better explanation so I can understand what's going on?
I think it's a bit too late to explain it to you now, what is going on, but I guess you didn't take the time to listen to me and understand the situation. By the time your skin turns into the shade of a ghost, you won't be able to make it to the funeral in time. Mum's not coming back, Annie.
Okay, I get the joke now, so please stop messing me around. What on earth were you talking about before? You're at a funeral right now? It doesn't make any sense to me. What do you mean that Mom's not coming back? Did she go somewhere and didn't tell me? What on earth are you talking about?
Annie, I don't know if there's any other way I can break this to you. Mum passed away 3 days ago.
What are you talking about? She passed away. No, that can't be right. She's been fine. I only spoke to her not so long ago.
I don't know how many times I tried to get in contact with you, Annie. You weren't picking up your phone for my calls or even my messages. I couldn't believe it. When I tried calling you, Mum was in critical condition at the hospital. Both me and Auntie tried calling you to see if you'd pick up. I tried many times to call you. You never picked up. You ignored me when all I wanted to tell you was to get to the hospital, Annie, and you didn't come. Mum's no longer with us anymore, Annie.
Now, wait just a minute there, Rita. Are you being dead serious right now? This can't be happening. Mom actually passed away? This can't be true. Why didn't you try to tell me what was going on with her? How could you do this to me? Why didn't you try harder?
Hey, you were the one who ignored my calls and didn't pick up anyone else's calls either. It's not my fault that you didn't get told when you were ignoring everybody. We were all trying really hard to get in contact with you. All of our relatives tried to call your number as well, but it kept going straight to voicemail.
I just saw all the missed calls and messages that people had left for me. I got so many calls from all these random numbers, so I didn't know who they were. I just ignored them.
Our mom was in critical condition, Annie. Was it really that difficult to pick up the phone to one of those numbers? It was obviously urgent. I just can't understand how none of this should be getting through to you when we tried to talk to you so many times. It blows my mind, to be honest.
Okay, so it's really true that Mom is dead? She's actually not coming back? I guess she won't be able to come to my wedding then.
Are you actually insane, Annie? Of course she's not coming back. Why would she be able to come to your wedding? Is that all you care about? Not the fact that she's actually gone. How do you live with yourself? We're in the middle of a funeral right now, so no, Mom won't be coming to your wedding.
I guess that's true. But what about you and the other relatives? Are you really planning on not coming to the wedding even though you're my sister and should be here? Just because Mom is gone, you refuse to come to my wedding ceremony? Is that what you're trying to tell me? How could you do this to me?
I'm honestly shocked right now. I just said that I'm at a funeral, so why on earth would I want to go to a wedding in the middle of it? Just think about what you're actually saying, and then maybe you'll understand why I've chosen to stay here and say goodbye to my mom rather than see you get married. In fact, it's actually common sense in my mind. You really shouldn't even have to think too hard about this. But seriously, you're unbelievable.
You don't have to say it like that, okay? How could you treat me so rudely on my wedding day? But I guess for now, I'll postpone the wedding a little. So once the funeral is finished, will you come to the wedding venue and watch me get married? I really want to have my wedding too, you know. Everyone is already gathered together anyways, so why don't you all come over to the wedding afterwards, okay?
Wait a second, are you being serious right now, Annie? Are you on a different planet right now? Our mother just died and we're laying her to rest today. Are you saying that this is less important than guests being able to get to your wedding today? Are you for real? This is a sick way of thinking, Annie. I can't believe you're doing this to your own family and to your dead mother's memory. She'd be so disappointed in you right now.
Why are you talking to me like this? I can't help but have my wedding today. I never thought that our mother would just go and disappear on us. Look, I'm sure that we both can't believe that something like this has happened today of all days, but now is not the time to be sad when we should be celebrating my wedding. The seats on the groom's side of the wedding venue are starting to rapidly fill up. How is my side still empty right now? This is bogus, Rita. If things continue like this, we can't even start the wedding ceremony, and I'm not going to let that happen to me today. If you're going to be late, I'll just make the other guests wait a while, okay? You don't mind if I tell them that, right?
You're impossible, Annie. I can't believe you're actually acting like this right now. Especially towards your own family. It's like none of us matter.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? What are you even talking about? How am I being impossible when I'm trying to give you clear instructions?
That soul of yours is completely impossible to understand. It's like you have no remorse for anything that happens. It's too incomprehensible. I'm just going to say it. This is not the time to be talking or even thinking about weddings right now. I told you I'm at our mother's funeral, for goodness sake.
Huh? So you really don't think anyone would want to come to my wedding today because of this funeral? Are you being serious right now?
Of course I am, you idiot! How dare you be like this when our mother just died, you horrible human being? No one is thinking of your wedding today. No one. Nobody at this funeral today is going to come to your stupid wedding because somebody just died, Annie. Do you not understand that? Have you even told your soon-to-be husband what's going on here? Have you even told him that your mom just died? Have you told him what you've been like?
Excuse me? Why on earth are you talking to me like this on what's supposed to be my special day? Also, what do you mean by what I've been like?
I'm talking about you being estranged from me and your relatives for the past 3 years, you moron. Did you even tell him what you did at our father's funeral? Our relatives didn't forgive you for what you did then. It would be a disgrace to steal condolence gifts from people and then never pay them back for it. That's what you did, Annie. No matter which way I think about all this, there's no way I can ever forgive you for what you've done to me and the rest of the family.
Wow. Okay, I didn't realize you were still so angry about what happened. Look, I hardly had any money at the time. There was nothing I could do. I really needed the money to stay afloat. I didn't think everyone would be so angry. I thought they would understand where I was coming from.
You've got some nerve saying that to me, Annie. I don't understand you. I'm glad that after this stunt you've pulled that I can cut you out of the rest of my life. If you're never going to change for what you've done or improve yourself, so why should I have you in my life?
But you can't do this to me, sister. We're related. We can't just abandon each other like this. What about my wedding? Why don't you just come by and talk to me about this?
How many times have I told you, Annie, there's no way I'm stepping foot in that wedding venue? I couldn't stand to see that smug look on your face when I arrived. To be honest, since you told me to come to your wedding, I never really intended to actually go since you were actually acting so horribly towards me. I thought that it was really stupid of you to send me an invitation to your wedding when you hadn't had the guts to talk to me in the last 3 years. It was Mom's request for me to go to your wedding this time to see if there was some way we could bond and build a relationship again, but I think not. The other relatives would also be persuaded to go and see if you had changed your tune about all of us. Mom did so before she died.
Wait, what? Did she actually try and persuade the rest of the family to come to my wedding? Why would she do that when they should have been coming in the first place?
Because she's our mom and she didn't want you to be alone on your big day, but I really didn't care if you were or not. And all she wanted was to have us be sisters again. I really don't think that was going to happen, to be honest. You're the one who didn't know what she was doing. Mom told me that she had very little time left on this earth, but I didn't understand, but she had one final request. She wanted us to be close again.
Huh? Why would she want that request for? We're sisters because we come from the same mother and father. It's pretty self-explanatory. I also had no idea that she had so little time left. How did she even know that? I wish you told me that. I had no idea. You're only telling me now.
No, she wanted us to have a loving relationship. I should have been able to go to you for anything, but you made that impossible. You didn't want much to do with me. And for what? Not much of a reason at all. You make no sense to me anymore, Annie. It's all too late now. Mom and I have said this so many times to you, and you never listen. You never took the time to listen to other people, and this is the result we get from this. All you are is a funeral thief, Annie. You had no idea that Mom died and that her funeral was today because you ignored us and didn't call me. I'm embarrassed to be your older sister, so I'm cutting ties with you completely from now on. Don't you ever think about us as family again. I have no sister anymore. From now on, I'm an only child.
Wait a minute, Rita, you can't just do this to your baby's sister, not on her wedding day. Don't you think what you're saying is going a bit too far? Please, don't cut me off. We need each other more than ever since Mom is gone. Just let me make this up to you. I really need you, Rita. Don't leave me.
No, I've done more than enough for you and I get nothing in return. None of the relatives are going to go to your wedding today. Have fun getting married all by yourself, Annie. I hope that you don't suddenly show up here and beg Mom for mercy, even though she's gone. She's not going to listen to you anymore. You're no longer part of my family, Annie. You can try and make your own, but I have a feeling that you're going to ruin your chances of that as well since you're so Don't even think about contacting me ever again, you selfish, horrible woman. Leave me alone. I want to have a peaceful life without you in it. In the end, it seems that Rita completely ignored all the communication that Annie was trying to give her. Considering what Annie has done so far, it's no surprise that she's being ignored. Annie also tried to ask the relatives for help as well, but they also ignored her. Seems like she's lost with what she can do now. She lost everything, her sister, her relatives, and her husband. She also didn't have a place to live anymore, and she's currently working as a live-in part-time worker for extremely low wages. It's mostly hard work, and she's saving very little money. The stress of her job has made her age quite a bit. At this point, she's finally realized how great of a person her mother was. She's only just realized the value of family, but she's realized this too late. Rita cleaned up her parents' house and sold it. She never fails to visit her mother's grave. She's always been very different from her sister Annie. She's practically selfless.